It is our second time here in Liverpool. Our first trip, we went to amazing things like the incredible Beatles story and the Liverpool Cathedral where we tried scouse for the first time. I am so excited to be back because I felt like we didn't really get to see everything that we wanted to. And so today we're going to explore even more of the city. It is shaping up to be a beautiful sunny day here, and we're starting with a place that a lot of viewers recommended the last time that we came here, the Metropolitan Cathedral of Christ the King. The last time that we came, we went to Liverpool Cathedral because I think it's the largest cathedral in Britain.
I believe so, yeah.
And it was massive. It was amazing.
And also designed by the person that did the red phone boxes.
Yes, this is a very modern cathedral. It looks like Space Mountain, like Disney, a Disney park roller coaster. We usually like to visit old buildings, but this one is pretty cool looking.
Yeah, I'm glad we're going to check this one out.
All right, let's go inside.
It's really pretty in here and pretty much unlike any other church or cathedral I've been in.
Yeah, it's so cool. Look at the giant stained glass up at the top. That's amazing. It was only built in 67, I think, 1967. It is absolutely stunning, and I can see why people, you know, despite the Liverpool Cathedral being nearby, that people also come to this one because it is unique in its own way and honestly gorgeous, stunning. Just the way that it looks in here though, like the light pattern is so neat. I love the blue hue. The way that even the seats are laid out in a circular pattern is just really neat. We decided to pay the £5 to visit the crypt, and this is stunning and fascinating. It is huge. Apparently, they used all of the bricks of what was supposed to be the second largest cathedral in the world after St. Peter's in Rome, which was never fully completed. They started laying the foundation stone in the 30s, started building the crypt, but between World War II, the Liverpool Blitz, and multiple people involved in the project dying, the crypt isn't completed until 1958. That's why the crypts feel so drastically different, because it was part of plans made many years before to be a much larger cathedral, and then they basically redesigned it, made it a new modern one in the 60s. Very interesting juxtaposition of just like the chapel that's down here. The crypt chapel is so different from how modern and new everything is upstairs.
If you come here and you're wondering if you should pay the £5 to come to the crypt, I would highly recommend it. It's very interesting, very different. I think Liverpool has two of the most interesting cathedrals we've been to anywhere.
Yeah, and people, I guess locals, sometimes refer to the crypt down here as Liverpool's third cathedral, and it makes sense because it's huge down here.
Yeah.
I can see why we've had so many people recommend us this cathedral, because it really is quite magnificent. Both the Liverpool Cathedral and the Liverpool Metropolitan Cathedral are so interesting in their own ways that I would definitely recommend visiting both. Yeah, they're both really cool and different. I didn't realize that here at the top of the Metropolitan Cathedral, you can see the Liverpool Cathedral over there.
If you're enjoying the video, give it a like, and subscribe if you're not. It's an easy way to keep up with the channel, and it really helps us out. Thank you.
Saw a place on Google Maps nearby labeled St. Luke's Bombed Out Church and thought, that sounds interesting. Let's go swing by there. And that's exactly what we're doing. And wow, this is pretty amazing. £2 donation to get in.
And it's really different. We went to the one in Coventry that had been bombed out, but this has a lot of greenery and things planted inside it.
It's really beautiful.
Yeah.
They give you a little guide about the history. It was bombed as part of the Liverpool Blitz of 1941, and they decided to preserve it as is. It's now in an arts and event space. It just feels very appropriate. Like, what a cool, transformative way to use a building like this.
Yeah, I agree.
I love how there are places where you can see little bits of stained glass left. It's pretty neat.
Oh yeah. also similar to Coventry.
Looks like the church was originally constructed in the 1830s. 7 nights of bombing, the Liverpool Blitz was. The church was hit with a bomb and basically the fire devastated most of the inside, but it's incredible that the structure remained intact. There's a sign here saying, if you're wondering if this is where the bomb fell, it's not. This is a pond, or what was once a pond at some point after the bombing. But apparently the bomb fell back towards that end. Oh, because it wasn't a high explosive type bomb, it just basically desecrated the insides of the church, all the wood and everything, but it left the masonry standing.
Interesting.
Yeah. We are wandering down Bold Street, which I'm really excited to check out because we've heard that it has a lot of cool like vintage shops and more independent local stores. But we have not had breakfast yet. It's now lunchtime, so let's try something we've never tried before. We've seen this chain all over the place, but apparently Mowgli started here in Liverpool. This is the original location, and we're gonna try it. We've had several people tell us on Instagram that we have to try this place, so why not try it in the original location here on Bold Street? Jane on Instagram, who told us this is the original location, also gave us a few recommendations. She told us we have to try the yogurt chat bombs, so that is what we are doing. Apparently they are crisp bread puffs with chickpeas, spiced yogurt, tamarind, and coriander. So Jeremy might be picking his coriander out. He also told me that you have to delicately pick it up and eat it in one bite or it'll be a big old mess. Those are so good. Like a flavor explosion in my mouth. I love the crunch of the pomegranate. Like it has a nice snap to it. It's got a lot of seasonings and flavors. Also like yogurt, so it's kind of got a little bit of a sweetness. Yeah, a lot happening. It's good. Also recommended by John. We are doing the Tiffin roulette. So we have tea steamed chickpeas, mother butter chicken, and Agra ginger chicken. They all smell really good. Whew.
Spicy.
Yeah, it's got some heat. Fantastic experience. Probably the fanciest Indian food we've had here in the UK, but something that I would definitely consider splurging on again sometime. And the service was great too, which, as one of our servers mentioned, Liverpool won yesterday, so apparently everyone's in an extra good mood. But I do have to say, I feel like the people here in Liverpool are so proud of their city, and everyone here is just so friendly that it makes for a more enjoyable experience. Didn't realize when we were on our way down here that the church that we just went to, St. Luke's, is framed so nicely down the street. Not only is Bold Street full of cool looking shops, there do also seem to be a lot of good food options on this street. There's even a cool looking game bar. What a cool street. What a hip happening area. It definitely feels like this is more of a place that locals hang out and roam about in, which I feel like we didn't really get to experience as much the last time that we were in Liverpool. But we do have some touristy things we still do want to do, so let's go do one of them. We just popped into a camera shop to see if they could fix something on our camera, and two of the people working happened to be viewers of our channel and gave us some suggestions. We're going to try to make it to both places today, but we might run out of time. But we're at least at the first one, Central Library. So thank you, Liz and Paul, for your recommendations. Let's go check this place out. Wow, this is impressive. I was not expecting it to be so many stories tall and so much glass dome. There is an observatory deck, but the person working here just told us that it is closed today because it's a bit slippery outside. So if you come here, you'll have to go see the view. Tell us what it's like. Such a cool building, though. Mm-hmm. And amongst many cool buildings, like this is a really neat part of Liverpool we've never been before. For a a winter's day, I am surprised how pleasant and lovely it is here on the water. I was expecting for us to get down here and it to be crazy windy and just all kinds of weather mishaps, but no, it's still nice.
It's a little cold, but other than that, it's nice.
Our Uber driver was just showing us all of the filming locations, like Fast and the Furious and some Samuel L. Jackson movie, but we are actually going to go inside of a building that he told us was a filming location for the Robert Pattinson Batman. The Batman. That's cool. That's fun. This is the Liver Building, or the Royal Liver Building. It is one of the 3 graces here, and we're going to, I think, learn more about it, a little bit more about the history. We're taking the 360 tour. So that view we were going to try to get at the Central Library, we're going to really get it here because we have tickets and they're booked, and we better see some things. You start in a little museum that gives you information about the building and a little bit of history about it. And then a tour guide, our tour guide was Erin, she took us up in an elevator to the 10th floor where we went to an observation deck that had fantastic views of the city and the Mersey. Erin told us about a lot of the history of the building, a lot about the area.
Over the water there, that piece of land is the Royal Peninsula, so it's best known for its coastlines and parks. Central Park in New York City was modelled after Birkenhead Park that opened in 1847.
I had to watch a safety video ahead of time, which I feel like was very intimidating. It was talking about how winding and narrow the stairs were, and we've been through much worse in England. That was not bad at all. You do have to walk up a few flights of stairs to get up into the clock tower. They have a really cool projection show. We had no idea. We weren't allowed to film it, but the clock tower was really cool. Went through all the history of Liverpool, and then we finished the flight up to the top. We were at the top of the building, and it had fantastic, amazing views. So chilly up there, but so worth it. I feel like this Royal Liver Building 360 has only been around for a few years. I think it opened in 2019. Highly recommend. It was a very cool experience, and I feel like we learned a lot about not just this building and the 3 graces in general, but about the city itself. And our tour guide, Erin, she was great.
If you do decide to come here, we would recommend it. I would also say book your tickets early. You do that and you save a couple of pounds. And their tour groups are pretty small, like 10 people or less. So you'll want to do that before you come.
Oh, you want to go stand with the Beatles?
It feels weird. They're all so tall.
We know from the wax museum we went to the other day that
I was taller than all of them.
apparently if you come after dark in winter, you don't have to wait in a line at all. The Beatles statue. That's one more thing than we saw last time.
That's true. We did miss that last time.
We've had a fantastic day today. Unfortunately, the day has gotten away from us. It's so chilly out here now that the sun has set. And so I think we're gonna call it a day. But we wanted to check out the whirl that Liz recommended earlier, and I forgot, I didn't catch her name, but in the Liver Building, we also got another recommendation from a viewer saying that we should check out Red Brick Market. And we still haven't been to Baltic Market, or I haven't. So we definitely have to come back. We need to do even more. So let us know your recommendations for the next time that we're here. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to our patrons for supporting our channel. And if you haven't watched the video from the first time we went to Liverpool and we tried Scouse and did a lot of Beatles stuff mostly, it'll be right here.